Well, folks. The press ombudsman has upheld the complaint of one member of parliament, Renaldo Gouws, against the independent line and what arguably is its reckless excuse for journalism. Now, I've pointed this out repeatedly. Their conduct has been reprehensible. It's been dishonest. And frankly, the press ombudsman gives them a lot of leeway and accepts a lot of their claims to be legitimate because it can't prove otherwise. But here was the complaint. Renaldo Gouws filed a complaint with the South African Press Ombudsman, the Press Council. The complaint submits that the article that was published about him, which was intentionally malicious in my view, transgresses clauses 1.1, 1.2, 1.7, 1.9, and 2.1 of the Press Code. Now, this is the outcome of that. This is exoneration for Renaldo Gouws, whom I've said was intentionally tarred and feathered and smeared in the press in a disgraceful press performance. This is not the role of the press. The IOL either intentionally or lazily refused to publish an article indicating that it was punked in publishing an edited video that was intentionally misleading. The intent of this was to smear the DA, to smear the government of national unity, to smear Renaldo Gouws. This was an action by people who have racial hatred in their heart, not showing the full context of what happened. As I point out from the very outset of this situation, this video was edited. Now, the DA foolishly, and Renaldo on his part, said that they thought it was a deep fake. Well, that's not the correct terminology. It was an edited video. It was an altered video. It was altered to give the impression that this person said these things in this fashion and meant it. It was never the case. It was said to show the hypocrisy of the media as a learning exercise, and that's what was done about 15 years ago. So these are the findings of the Press Council. Firstly, the independent line is required to publish an apology to the complainant for breaching clauses 1.8, 1.9, 2.1, and 10.2, and should be published at the earliest opportunity after the time for an application for leave to appeal has lapsed or in the event of such an application after that ruling. It must be published online on IOL's landing page for 5 days, as well as on all platforms where the article was published. It must be published with the headline including the words apology and Renaldo Gouws. It must be published with a link to the updated online article. It must refer to the complaint that was lodged with the Press Council. It must apologize for not uploading the full 6 minutes and 22 seconds of the video when it becomes available, and for not giving Gouws an opportunity to comment on the full video, as this could lead readers to doubt IOL's independence and professionalism. You think? And it must end with the sentence, visit www.presscouncil.org.za for the full finding. It must be published with the logo of the Press Council and be approved by the Deputy Press Ombud named below. Secondly, the updated article should publish a note under the headline, note, this article has been updated. See editor's note below, including an apology to Renaldo Gouws. The update should include the full 6 minutes, 22 seconds of the video with comment from the complainant on a longer video. The editor's note should state when and how the article has been updated and should include the full apology to Gouws as directed above. The final updates to the article should be approved by the Deputy Press Ombud prior to publication. This is a complete smackdown for the irresponsible behavior of the independent line. I've reported it endlessly and breathlessly, but unfortunately this suppressed channel doesn't reach enough people. This is the facts of the matter. Once again, now, I'll tell you what, as I said, the independent line and all of these social media commenters who open their mouth calling Renaldo a racist and attacking him, they better get their pocketbooks out. They better get accustomed to knowing who their attorneys are, because you committed slander and or libel against this individual with no basis in fact. Why? Because your default position, your default race heart position is that someone who is white is a racist simply because they're white. And shame on all the scumbag race haters and bigots who believe that nonsense. Anyone who knows Renaldo Gouws knows that this is BS and knew it from the beginning. The video is unfortunate. It was immature. It was done a long time ago. It shouldn't have been done. But that doesn't make it a crime. And the South African Human Rights Commission needs to retract its lawsuit against Renaldo Gouws and stop forcing him to defend himself over something that does not need to be defended. This smackdown by the Press Ombudsman, the Press Council, will send shockwaves through the Fourth Estate in South Africa. Will they be forced now to stop smearing people on the basis of doctored videos and doctored evidence and partial reporting? Whatever the case is, folks, this is a complete exoneration for Renaldo Gouws. They failed once they knew there was a full 6-minute, 22-second video. They failed to run a follow-up story, to tell the full story, to tell the truth. And they never admitted to the public that either they willfully misled the public, number one, or they were punked by their source. That's not journalism. That is sensationalism. That is yellow journalism. Speech should be free, but speech comes with responsibility. So there you have it, folks. IOL, I wonder if you got good lawyers. I warned you. And I told the public. But YouTube suppressed the content. So most people didn't hear the truth. And a lot of people, frankly, don't want to hear the truth. Shame on you all. Thanks, folks.